Over the past 365 days, I have logged 3,200 hours of productive work. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean when I say productive work. I mean stuff that's actually needle moving, money making, and is relevant to the constraint of the business. And let me tell you something, I'm not superhuman. I just engineered 6 very tactical habits. And I'm telling you, promising you, if you nail just 3 of these, you'll finish a 12-hour workday that feels lighter than your current 8. Not only that, you will get 20 times more done. First, I have a night before 3 hits ritual that I follow every single day. So I have a Slack channel in my personal management hub where I basically type in 3 main revenue generating tasks for tomorrow. In fact, I also have an accountability coach that number 1 makes sure that I do it, and number 2 reviews my hits, making sure that they are actually sticking to the constraint of the business. So a hit to me is a high impact task. A high impact task is something that either gets me more customers, makes them worth more, or increases the total aggregate enterprise value of the business. These are the core economics of any business there is. If you're doing anything other than this, researching a shiny object or whatever other bullshit it is, it's not productive work. And my coach ensures that I'm picking the highest leverage things every single day. Second, my caffeine fueled morning routine. I woke up approximately around 6 a.m. throughout the previous year. I still do the same exact thing. It goes back and forth depending on different factors, but I get adequate sleep. I literally have an alarm for 9:45 to make sure that I'm getting ready for bed. And I'm telling you, I wasn't always like this. I used to sleep at like 1, 2, 3 a.m. But when I started doing that, I started waking up early. And you know what the beautiful thing about waking up early is? Nobody can disturb you. Nobody can say, hey, you got a minute? Or hey, can you help me get this thing done? I have these $5 caffeine pills that I just pop in and I get straight to work. Literally nothing else, just work. My windows don't open and my screen time blocking apps that I use don't allow me to do research on YouTube or networking on Instagram until I'm actually done with the work. This is 200 milligrams. At least for me, what I've seen is when you stimulate and when you actually eliminate everything else. Heck, obviously, the ice baths, the journals, the meditation. Not only that, even external sunlight, distractions, messages from other people. You will get a lot of work done. And I'm telling you, just do 4 hours of that, you'll get more done than you usually get done in 6, 7, 8 hours. The third habit is I work in 1 hour time blocks. I call them cabs. And these aren't just any time blocks, these are accountability time blocks. I have a coach that I have on call 24/7, the same one that reviews my hits every single night. He makes sure that I am working on what I say I'm going to work on every single hour of the day. And this actually even allows me to measure what I'm working on. Like my coach literally sends me a graph at the end of the week showing where my time went. So I track it like all my other KPIs. And you know, when time flies by, that doesn't happen with me anymore. I know exactly where my time goes because I work on the hour and I'm kept accountable every single hour. But I'm telling you, it's the best thing that has worked for me. And in reality, I'm telling you this because I own an accountability company. I basically sell these systems. When somebody is afraid of having this happen, they're afraid of being held accountable. And if you're afraid of being held accountable, then I'm telling you, business is just not the game for you. And what I absolutely love about these hourly time blocks is they become a number. They become a streak. I have never done less cabs on one day than I had in the previous one. So if I did 4 or 5 in the previous day, I'll do 6, 7, 8 in the next day. And at this current moment, because I usually set a threshold, I'm doing 10 of these per day. And because I'm getting rewarded every single hour, not only by seeing what I'm working on, but by actually having the coach give me a thumbs up, it literally like just immediately reinforces me to keep working. I'm telling you, it makes work so much more enjoyable and it makes it literally effortless. By the way, if you want these systems and a whole bunch more, we're basically giving entrepreneurs accountability systems for free, completely for free, for 6 weeks to turn them from lazy, unproductive, busy losers into execution machines. And again, we have coach-based systems of accountability that allow you to execute effortlessly. If you want that, there will be a link down below in the description. We'll be starting the challenge within a few days. It'll be a sprint. And again, you will be held accountable. This is only for people that, number one, want to output as much as possible. And number two, for entrepreneurs, obviously. And number three, for people that aren't afraid of being held accountable. The fourth habit, I have a total communications blackout. Let me tell you something interesting. My business partner is somebody I had communicated with for a long time when I started my business. Obviously, he's still my business partner, but I have him blocked in the morning. My Slack does not reach me until 1. No notifications, no nothing, because I cannot compromise on my focus, especially in the morning. Heck, sometimes I don't even leave the room until 1, 2 p.m. because I know that if I lose that momentum, whether it's by leaving my room or by responding to the person that says, hey, you got 5 minutes, I just need you to review this or whatever it is, it'll absolutely destroy any possibility of me being productive for the day. And that's why I guard those hours and I disallow literally anything from getting to me, especially when I'm in a cab, when I'm in an hourly time block. Next, I operate only in the 4 C's of leverage. So again, if you are an entrepreneur and you're doing low leverage tasks, you're basically a freelancer. The definition of a real business owner is one that essentially has the ability to delegate low leverage tasks. Now, again, I understand if you're starting off, you don't have the resources, you don't have the people, then sometimes you have to spend time actually building your funnels, actually doing the low leverage tasks. But there's essentially 4 C's of leverage, and I ensure, and my coach, my accountability coach ensures that I'm always focusing on these 4. There's content. You make one piece of content like this one and 100 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, please happen. I'm manifesting. I'm manifesting out here. 1,000,000 people can watch one piece of content. So there's content, then there's capital. You can use your money to basically buy equity in other people's companies, so on and so forth. Then there's code, automation, software, so on and so forth. And then there's collaboration, which is basically you can have other people do stuff for you. Content, this is what I focus a lot of my time on now. So I make a lot of content on a daily basis. I also write content. I write copy, and I did the math. It is actually worth my time to write out the emails. So I do write out the emails for our cold email campaigns, which is a huge way that we get our clients. But I focus on content, capital, not really my thing, code, my business partner does it, and then collaboration. I basically manage the coaches that are working underneath us. That's something I'm looking to delegate because preferably I want to focus just on content. There's one exception though. When I'm launching something, I want to receive feedback on it. I want to be as close to the action as possible. So for the free 6-week focus challenge, because it's a new offer, what I'm doing is I'm taking a call every single week, and that's separate from the actual coach that's assigned to you. The dedicated coach that you're assigned is separate, but I am taking a call with you every single week if you decide to sign up. And that's just to ensure that the hourly and the daily match up with the greater vision that you have as an entrepreneur. So again, that's another incentive if you want that. I can't do it with everyone just because my time is actually valuable. I have to record this content. I have to do a lot of other stuff, but this is something that we're doing for feedback. It's a new offer. So again, you can receive that down below. Last habit, I am ruthless with my elimination. I eliminate so much, whether it's tasks, funnels, even team members sometimes. And I'm not talking about like that type of elimination. So calm down. I'm talking about getting rid of low leverage stuff. And I wasn't always like this. I used to keep a lot of stuff. I had so many businesses at the same time. But the other day, I was actually on a call with an entrepreneur, a client of mine, and I was talking to him about 3 businesses that he had at the same time. And I just went like off on him. And the reason why is because I've been through this. Like, I want better for him. I want him to actually make money. So you can't have the fucking cleaning business. You can't have the VA agency. You can't have whatever the third thing was all at the same time. So for me, I eliminate not only on the macro because I'm focused on one business, but also on the micro. Like, I want my entire day for like months on end to focus on one big thing. I don't want to diversify between 5 different things. So again, whether it's a friend, a business partner, a team member, a task, maybe an app, whatever it is, remember, the first principle of productivity is elimination. The people that are ahead of you do not have something that you lack. They lack something or a lot of things that you have that you basically refuse to eliminate. They have already eliminated. The doubt, the fear, the hesitation between idea and action. Instagram, sometimes these YouTube videos, eliminating all the time wasters that you have. That is essentially what you need to do and what you need to learn to build a habit of. Just eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. Warren Buffett says the difference between really successful people and the most successful people is that the most successful people say no to almost everything. So I have one simple question for you. Who do you want to be? Really successful or the most successful? If you want to be really successful, kindly click on one of these videos here. But I'm looking for people that want to actualize their full potential. I don't want anybody that's trying to get status. I want people that are looking for the top of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the self-actualization. If you truly want to fulfill your entire potential, I'm telling you, you will realize that you have to eliminate a lot of things. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Those are the 6 habits. If you like the video, like the damn video. So many of you guys are not subscribed. Subscribe. It's a red button. I'm sure you guys have done it enough times. Click it. Makes me very happy. If you don't want to do it, that's fine too. And just a reminder, 6-week focus challenge, completely free, down below. Ciao.